different ways that we can compare fractions. The first way is called the butterfly method. With the butterfly method is I'm just going to multiply my numerator by the denominator of the opposite fractions. So I would say 3 times 7. The important thing to remember is my numerator multiplied by the denominator, 3 times 7 needs to go on this side, is my 21. My numerator up here multiplied by my denominator, see the butterfly, is a 10, and it goes on this side. And now I can easily compare and know that 3/5, because I have a 21 and I have a 10 over here, 3/5 is going to be greater than 2/7. So that's the first method. Butterfly, multiply the numerator by the opposite denominator, multiply the numerator by the opposite denominator, and then I'm just comparing my whole numbers. So that's number 1. The second one would be the most common way that I grew up learning, and it's finding your least common denominator. And again, I'm going to start with 2/5, and I'll start with 3/4. I'm going to count all my multiples of 5, and I'm going to count some multiples of 4 until I find the smallest one that matches. So I'm going to say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to count by 4s until I find one that matches. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I found a match, so I'm going to stop. Now, the rule is whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So I know that 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4 gives me 20. So I have to do the same to the top. 2 times 4, which gives me 8. I know that 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives me 20. So I have to do the same at the top, which is 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. And now because I have the same denominator, I can compare it. And I know that 15 is greater than 8. So 3/4 is greater than 2/5. So that's number 2. My last one I want to share with you is just finding a common denominator. It doesn't have to be the least common denominator. For example, I'm going to have 3/9, and I'm going to say 2/7, and I need to compare those two. To find a common denominator, all I have to do is multiply my denominators together. And so 9 times 7 is 63. And so I'm going to have 63 as a common denominator. Is it my least common denominator? No, but that's okay. It is a common denominator. So again, whatever I do to the bottom, I got to do to the top. 9 times 7 is 63. So I need to say, what is 3 times 7? 3 times 7 is 21. This, I have 7 times 9. So now I have to multiply 2 times 9, which is 18. I have a common denominator, which is 63. And I know that 21 is greater than 18. So 3/9 is greater than 2/7.